Hey guys, thanks so much for watching. I'm Jessie Sage, and today I'm going to review for you Chanel No. 5. So it's really just the stuff of legend, so I'm a little bit intimidated to review this perfume. So I want to tell you a few interesting historical tidbits about the fragrance, give you my own review, and talk to you about the notes and what makes it so special. And because this is my channel, and a review of Chanel No. 5 isn't really complete without mentioning her anyway, I want to tell you a little bit about Marilyn and what really went down with her and the fragrance. Let me get some of this on. Okay, that was 3 sprays, so yeah, that's gonna be good. Oh yeah. Jasmine, Elaine, do you guys know how to say that? Put that in the comments below. Rose, civet, neroli, vetiver, musk, aldehydes, oak moss. There's a lot more, which I'll put all on screen right here. So I said how jasmine is the very main most ingredient in this. However, I don't smell jasmine when I smell this scent. I don't really smell one flower. It's just such a masterful blend that you really don't get jasmine, rose, or anything popping out like that, at least not on my skin, of course. So that's one thing that I find so interesting with this, is that I feel like if people tried this fragrance rather than smelling it on someone else, it might actually be universal. It might smell good on everyone because it has so many notes in it. I think it would be really interesting to notice the different notes that everyone's different skin would bring out, because there's just so much in this perfume. So what I really get from this is the scent of being a grown-up, just emerging from the most delicious bath that you just had with candles all around, and just draping yourself with a fancy bathrobe and just dabbing on a few dabs of this. There's something very bathy about it to me. Must be the aldehydes, the soap. It's very clean. Neroli oil is a really interesting ingredient. I just learned about it from my friend Abby, who just did my facial at Two Sisters Skincare. And she used it in my massage, and I was like, oh my gosh, what does that smell? She said it was neroli oil. She was like, it's one of the most expensive oils in the world, and it's supposedly what Cleopatra wore when she seduced Mark Antony. And there's even a legend that she soaked the sails of her ship in it when she went to go seduce him, I guess. So pretty powerful stuff. As soon as I had it on, I think I took a shower and I just sprayed some on before bed when I first got it. And once I was laying in bed and I felt like the sheets around me, I totally understood why Marilyn said that she wore it to bed, because it's a very relaxing, clean, and luxurious scent. With the sheets, it's almost like it changes from glamorous. Yes, you do feel glamorous, but it's more luxurious. It's not about how you look in that moment. It's more about it just feels so clean and so luxurious and so soft. It goes really well on sheets. This review is kindly sponsored by Notino.com, so that is where I got my bottle. Ah, it's so beautiful. So even though Chanel No. 5 is of course one of those luxury items or splurges for yourself, you can still find a pretty good discount on it at Notino.com. So if you're going to get some, make sure you check them out. And they also have lots of different Chanel products, but they also have like the body lotions and different stuff like that. So now that I'm into No. 5, I want to try some of those too. So you guys let me know what your favorite version of No. 5 is, because now they have like the Eau Premiere, they have the Eau de Toilette, Eau de Parfum, pure perfume version, which must smell amazing. So this is the box that it came in. Voila, the classic, which I always keep the boxes just to show you guys, but also in case I just need to store them or something like that. But also, why would I get rid of that? Because it's just so classic, so chic, and so beautiful. So this fragrance was created in 1921, and I think that is an interesting thing to harken back to when thinking about Chanel No. 5 and the modern comment that a lot of people have that it smells like their grandmother or it smells like old ladies, because I think that it probably does smell like a lot of people's grandmothers and a lot of old ladies, because people who were once young flappers in the 20s have now aged and they've kept wearing their fabulous Chanel No. 5. The perfumer, he wanted to evoke this crisp, crystal clear scent of the Arctic Circle. I think he went, there's so many legends around this that I can't list all the legends in this one video, but I will make actually an extensive playlist in the article for this. I'll put so much more stuff if you guys are really into this. You can go so deep down the internet rabbit hole on all of the cool vintage advertisements and stories about this. But anyway, so I think it was the Arctic Circle. He went to the top of it and he smelled that crisp, clean air there. And he wanted to capture something like that for the Chanel fragrance that Miss Coco Chanel had commissioned from him. So this is supposedly what pushed him to use the aldehydes in this creation, which prior to this had never really been done. So aldehydes are that really sort of soapy, clean smell. That's what gives the Chanel No. 5 that real luxurious bath scent. So you may have heard the famous saying that Marilyn Monroe only wore Chanel No. 5 to bed. Now this quote or this story, sort of taken out of context, sounds like she was just this woman who just went around saying, oh, I just sleep naked and I'm so fabulous. And by the way, I smell great while I'm doing it. Which would have been pretty fabulous, especially back for 1953, which was when the quote came out. Marilyn was interviewed for Life magazine in 1952. She was only 26 years old at this time. The interviewer was asking her different questions, and one of the questions that they asked was, what do you wear to bed? And rather than just give the straight up answer, and I think even rather than just giving them the satisfaction of just saying a nightgown or a robe or a pajama top, Marilyn said a few drops of Chanel No. 5. It actually ended up becoming huge, as so many things in Marilyn's life seem to do, and became legendary and probably helped to sell so many more bottles of Chanel No. 5 than they ever had before. Now, I always thought that this was just Marilyn being smart and coy and handling the interviewer in her own way. And I recently found an interview that basically proves that yes, that's what she was doing.
You know, they ask you questions like, well, just an example, what do you wear to bed? You wear a pajama top, the bottoms of the pajamas, or the nightgown, or what kind of... So I said, Chanel No. 5. Because it's the truth. And yet I don't want to say nude, you know, but it's the truth.
I think it's so cool to hear Marilyn in her own voice talking about a legend that she herself helped to make. And I also think it's really funny that nowadays, when so many celebrities are paid to sort of casually mention a fragrance that they wear, that they don't actually wear, that Marilyn gave the original celebrity endorsement that really just helped this fragrance to become the huge iconic fragrance that it is today. And she just did it so that she could sort of get out of an awkward question. I decided it was time to review this iconic fragrance because last month I was able to go to Ripley's Believe It or Not, where they actually had on display Marilyn Monroe's actual dress that she wore to sing Happy Birthday to President JFK. And that was such a cool experience, an awesome opportunity. I'll definitely put that in the info box, of course, and in the cards for you guys to check out after this video. This definitely seems like something that she would have worn with that dress because it's gold, it's sparkly, it's shimmery. The aldehydes make it have that sort of like shimmery soap bubble way to it, just like the dress did. So I definitely thought that this was something that she would have been wearing on stage when she went to sing that. So Anyway, you guys click here to see that video, and definitely leave me some love over there. Leave me your questions and just more stuff that you guys want to know about Marilyn. Fragrance is so exciting too because it sort of allows us to time travel. It's almost like a recipe in the same way that you can smell something, though it has been changed slightly and different ingredients aren't available anymore, but it smells so much like what Marilyn chose for herself and what she loved and what she wanted to fall asleep in and think about, that made her dream and made her feel good. So I think that's just so cool.